Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, ready to go with another big week, championship wrestling. And by golly, Dave, before we get underway here in our regular one where you tell them about the card and so forth, I got to say that about 3 weeks ago, a little less than 3 weeks ago, the wrestling magazines and the newspapers, so forth, got word of an announcement that I think is extremely significant as far as professional wrestling goes. As a matter of fact, if you will forgive me, I'm going to step out front here because I want someone else to come in and join me for this particular moment. The word came out that a guy that we have known for quite some time and have admired, as a matter of fact, in the ring and out of the ring, and we have had the pleasure of knowing him very close over the past years, announced his retirement. Right now, I want to bring in the very aggressive and young editor of Championship Wrestling magazine, who is here for a particular purpose, Jim Cornette. Jim, come on in here. Good to have you with us here today. We get to see you around all the matches everywhere, and it's a delight to have you. In a way, it's a delight to have you here. In another way, it's kind of a sad moment.
I'm glad to be here, but I know what you mean, because one of the greatest wrestlers that has ever appeared in this area is retiring from the sport, and I'm talking about the fabulous Jackie Fargo.
Official announcement was made. Jackie Sennett said he's hanging up, not climbing in the ring.
Yeah, and it's a sad occasion, but then again, when we at Championship Wrestling magazine heard about his retirement, we felt that his career was such a one that it should be honored before he leaves, and we're here today. It's hard to explain the ability, the popularity, the charisma that Jackie Fargo has had over the years, and we felt that no wrestler had done more for professional wrestling in the past 10 years than the fabulous Jackie Fargo, and as such, we want to be here today to name him the Wrestler of the Decade. And right now, I'd like, if I could, to introduce the Wrestler of the Decade, the fabulous Jackie Fargo.
All right, where is he? There he is. Ah, you son of a gun. How many times have I said it? Often imitated, but never duplicated.
Nice
the fabulous Jackie Fargo.
This is great to be out here on, this is Channel 5, right?
Yeah, championship wrestler, Jack.
Lance, don't I look good?
Oh, you look marvelous, as
You
a
got
matter
it,
of fact.
Pally.
By golly,
Jog 5 miles a day, get up and go to bed early, 2 or 3 in the morning. Don't drink too much, just sort of take it
By
easy.
golly, I don't know what you've done, but you look great right now, in super shape. All right.
You want to feel? It's really a pleasure to be here. It really is. What can I say?
Hey, let me say it for
Where's
you.
my check for coming over here?
Yeah, that's the Jackie Fargo I know. Here's a guy that still holds records in the Boston Gardens for attendance up there, all over, as a matter of fact, and I think it's a record that's been written, and Jackie, it's final. You're hanging him up.
Oh, yeah. What the heck, comes a man's life, he's got to move on, Pally. You can't stand still, I've been wrestling, be 3 years next December.
I see what it is. Okay, young fella. Jim, you got this official presentation?
Yes, Jackie, I'd like to just go ahead right now and present to you at this time this plaque signifying that you are indeed the Wrestler of the Decade, the fabulous Jackie.
Thank you very much.
Hey, the superstar.
What's going on, baby? It's been a pleasure. Congratulations.
Steve Kern.
I'm really going to miss you, brother. You've been a tribute to the sport.
Thank you very much.
Dutch Mantel coming out. Hey, you know this guy right here.
No, I know him. I know this punk.
Jackie, all this kind of makes you sound like you're old. Now, we all know that's not true, but I just want to bring you a little present here. Your face is getting so wrinkled, I bought you a bookmark that you could find your mouth with.
You little lady.
Still got a pretty good side headlock,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
good people.
Hello, Jack.
Hey, marvelous.
Lance, you talking about going back a long ways. When I was a little bitty thing, I used to wait just to carry Jackie's bag in.
Oh, my God.
I love it. I love it.
You're going a little too far.
Old hippodrome, Jackie.
I tried to get Al
I tell
Green
you,
to
my
come down.
first match, I was sitting on my father's knee getting a haircut when he was next door to me getting a shave there.
Al,
This is really nice. This is great, It's just great, Lance. It's,
Jackie, I tell you what, there's nobody in the world that could have possibly deserved it more. You've not only added it in the ring, where if you've not been able to get it done wrestling, you show one to fight in a hurry. And son of a gun, you've also done it outside the ring where you've made a lot of friends and the folks just love it.
Let me say this. When I walk down the street, nobody's going to say, hey, there goes Jackie Fargo, a nice guy. But they're going to say, there goes Jackie Fargo. I've seen him wrestle for 25 years. That son of a gun put out not 100%, but 110%. that's something I can truthfully say. Anytime I got in that ring, I always put out everything behind me.
A lifetime has been
Yeah.
yours inside the ring. You've been wrestling all your life.
All my life. You know, I sweated a gallon of blood and sweat. And, brother, I mean a lot of blood and sweat to become a professional wrestler. And it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life was being a wrestler. It's my whole life. I mean, what?
Got to be a very difficult moment. Okay, Jack, I'll tell you what, we're not going to stand out here and push it anymore. I just got to say, Jimmy, thanks for bringing out the presentation out here. It could not go to anybody that we absolutely admire and say deserves it anymore. Jackie Fargo, Wrestler of the Decade.
Thank you very much, man. Like I said, it's just...
Hey, let's take a break now, and we'll be back later. You son of a bitch.
What you doing?
Earlier in the week that we have of the Tennessee division of the Southern Heavyweight Tournament. Now, these tournaments, obviously, as you know, are taking place all over 7-8 states in there to determine people who will be coming to ultimately when they make the decision on the date and so forth for the Southern Heavyweight, vacated Southern Heavyweight crown. All the state winners are going to be going in there. The Tennessee division had some rugged action in there and some surprises, too. Let's take a look at the highlights. There's a whip. And the Dream nailed with a right hand. McGraw from the corner covers him up. Count of 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Suplex. Over and down. Two count again, and Dundee battling hard. He knocked him down. Stuck that foot up, jammed it right in his mouth, and he put Onita right on the back. Big slam from Onita as he comes back. Tough son of a gun. Look at that one. Boy, right up off the ropes, down on top of him, but Billy has the rope. And that'll call for a break. Onita never even went away from him. Grabs him by the hair. Digs at his face. The referee trying to back him up. Dundee whipped over. Flying press. Count of 1, 2, 3. Got him. 4:58. Dundee the winner. First round match. Yamamoto going after him. Billy drop kick on him. Takes Onita. Dumps him over and hops out of the ring. So the winner of this first round match is superstar Bill Dundee over Mr. Onita. Fuchi, side suplex, drops Kern down, but Fuchi hurt his head when he pulled that suplex off. He slammed himself into the mat as hard as he did Kern. He didn't quite have Kern far enough over or up. Fuchi back up, Kern up. Chop to the midsection, a jab rather. Goes after him with a foot. 2 minutes to go. Oh, I mean, no, 7 minutes to go. One fall, 15 minutes with 7 minutes to go. And he turned him over quick. Got a count of 1, but that's all. This Kern has got a button. When somebody covers him, boy, he starts booting. He nailed Fuchi on that one. Takes another chop from behind. Big body slam. Power style. Could be. No, sir. Kern won't let it up. Steve Kern told us earlier that if he could win the Tennessee division even, and certainly the Southern Heavyweight, it would put him in line for an automatic shot at the world title, having already secured the Mid-America Heavyweight title. But he's got some doing because Fuchi's got him going. He slips him. He suplexed him quick, 2, 3, got him. The winner, Steve Kern. Ron Bass continuing to splatter with that right hand. Bass caught with 2 right. Lawler got the big thunder firing. This has been a wide open match. The referees try to keep it under control, but there has been a lot of slugging going on. Whoa! Lawler, foot right in the middle of the face. Lawler hounds away. Hard up on the edge of the ring, pulled himself up, and Lawler going after Hart. Jerry better look out. Lawler out of the way as Bass nailed the referee. Hart up in the ring with his crutch, slams Lawler in the head with it. The referee down on the side, Bass covering Lawler. Calhoun coming back in. And that's going to go as a win for Ron Bass. A whip reversal. Going up for the flying press on a rope. Hard up with a stick. Looked like he knocked Bill's feet out from him. Threw his timing off, and Dundee hits the floor. 1, 2, 3 as McGraw gets him. 9 minutes, 1 second. Semifinal winner is going to be Bugs McGraw with Hart's help. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark. Kern bangs referee Paul Morton in the head. As he was picked up, here comes Hart up out of the chair and on the ring apron. Should be a disqualification. But he nails Ron Bass with a stick as Kern ducks. 4:12 the time, the winner, Steve Kern. Whoa, Steve Kern crawled underneath the ring. He reached up and really caught Hart with a short right uppercut. Put him down. Now he's up and after McGraw. Kern a whip across the ring. Steve Kern coming back. And he's just a guy that can do it. Into the ropes. Sunset flip. Woo, and Hart jumped up while the referee was down counting. And he speared Kern with that crutch. McGraw turns him around, rips him with something he had in his tights, I think. And Kern counted out 1, 2, 3. Okay, there it is. You saw the Tennessee Division winner, Bugsy McGraw, in there with lots of help from manager Jimmy Hart in there, and also something else. I still want to know what he got out of his trunk.
I feel great, and I did it for all you people over there, baby. The first family, as long as Jimmy Hart's around, will always be number 1. The next Southern Heavyweight Champion, the next World Champion, I'll give to you, Bugsy McGraw. Look at it.
You end up with the official win with not a lot of commendation from the people.
You want to know what I had in my trunk?
Yeah, yeah.
That really might shock you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little something right here. Do you know what a frog says right to a fly right before he takes a big bite of him? He says, "I'm hungry." And I've been hungry all my life, Jack. I've been so hungry that now I'm going to be the next Southern Heavyweight Champion because the guiding light It's put the light on my path, and I can see clearly now.
Yeah, well, you got it. You got the Southern heavyweight. And I know that you're going to be looking forward to great visions.
I know
and
you
great
just
things.
love me, don't you?
Oh, love you. Okay, Jim, that's fine. We'll take time out and be back in a moment. Back into Wave Country's Championship Wrestling in the Ring in just a moment. Do want to tell you, Tuesday night going to be a big one. Later on, I'll give you the entire card, but I want to emphasize the Dream Machine, that's right, and Bugsy McGraw, Jimmy Hart's boys, going against, listen to this, Jerry the King Lawler and Handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Let me tell you something, Valiant. You left the family, and you'll pay for it. I want his ear, boys. His ear. $5,000 for the ear with a star. Please, please, from me.
Ball and
And
squall
you,
and climbing the
back
wall,
with him.
old time Jubilee. That's right, Lance Russell. I'm back where the money's at. I'm back on the winning side. I'm tired of carrying that Dundee. I'm tired of being with Lawler, looking at their faces, going on to my Dream Machine. I ain't no loser. I'm here to stay, not to play. Go on through the sleet, the snow, and the driving rain. 40 below and banging Maine to 110 the Texas sun. There ain't no road me and Bugs ain't run. Life and death, baby. That's what it's all about. And we're coming up there to dump you. Have some Jimmy like yesterday's garbage. Jerry Lawler, I'm still after your fat face. And Bugsy McGraw's going to be there moving and grooving, baby.
Can I hold the mic, or would you like to hold hands, Lance? You have very warm hands. I noticed that, lad.
Watch what you say now.
Just a few words here. It doesn't really take much. Anybody can stand up here and talk. But the one thing I saw you do, the one thing you stand here and say, you emphasize, Jerry the King Lawler, Handsome Jimmy Valiant. These are names, these are nouns, these are verbiage that you put on people or that people really put on themselves. Whether they're earned or not makes no difference to you. We have come here, you understand? We have come not to wrestle. We have come not to conquer. We have come not to win. We have come to destroy.
Have the microphone back, please, Bugsy. Okay, you got a lot of work between talking about it and doing it. Lawler and Valiant is formidable a team as you will see anywhere. You'll see Tuesday night in the Garden. That's okay.
Would you like to say anything?
Okay, we're just getting it cleared back from the ring there, man.
Come back.
I'll tell you what. Jimmy Hart and
Come here, Russell. Get
Hoppity
out here,
Hop.
man. Come
I
on
thought
out.
you had your chance to talk all about Bugsy McGraw and all of the other things. Yeah, make it quick.
Oh, let me
Just
tell you
get
something.
your
I want
guys
to talk
in
to
the
you. Well,
ring.
come on. You give me the microphone. I've got a very, very important announcement to make, ladies and gentlemen, and I use that word very, very loosely over there looking at all you people. There's been a lot of burden on Jimmy Hart lately. I had a little bad wheel here, but it's getting better. Nobody's going to knock a good man down. Isn't that right, Russell? You know that. But let me tell you, my special announcement, I've had such a big workload. I've got people coming in from all over the world. I've got Killer Carl Croup. He's on his way. Austin Idol's on his way.
I know. Joe LeDuc, Jimmy Valiant, Terry Funk, and all those other guys. Just hurry it up and get the guys in the ring.
Well, you're wrong, Buzzard Breath. Not Jimmy Valiant. Let me tell you something right now, and I'm making this an offer. $5,000 to anybody that can bring me Jimmy Valiant here. He's a traitor. I did everything for that man. I lent him money when he was here in Memphis, fed his family for him. I did everything for Jimmy Valiant. But you see, he didn't come back to the first family. But let me say what I was telling everybody. Everybody's coming to the first family because we're back on top again with Jimmy Hart. So now this is my very special announcement. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to introduce to you now my new assistant. There's a president in the first family, which is me, and now there is a vice president. Super Chick. Come here, Chick. Come on out. Come on out, Chick.
Let me have the microphone. Chick Donovan, who is also on crutches. Looks
The
like...
first family stood by Chick when he was down, baby. Come here, baby.
Okay, all right. Enough of the old home week thing here. Chick Donovan is now your vice president.
He's my vice president.
When do we get somebody in there to wrestle? Will you please?
Let me tell you, we got a group here right now, the most tenacious, the most modest duo in all of professional wrestling. Right from Marsette's Salon, the Heartbreakers. Bring them on, baby. Bring them on. Here they
This
are.
is somebody
Here they are,
you
the
recruited.
Heartbreakers. All right, look at them.
Beautiful, beautiful, Chick. Beautiful.
So this is the Heartbreakers right here. And this is your newest find.
They're going to be in the family,
Your
baby.
vice president came up with a great
That's
new
right.
thing.
Jimmy Hart stood by this man, man. Look, he's down. I could kick him out in the street, but I'm not kicking him out anywhere. So he's here.
Come on, Jerry. We don't need any trouble out here. Come on, please. All right, we got a match coming up here, and let's just keep it nice and calm.
We're going to keep it nice and calm. I just got a couple of things that I want to say. There's not going to be any trouble. I just want to talk for just a second to Hart and his new assistant and his new team and the whole first family. Hart, I got a couple of things I want to say to you. Now, I think you realize that you have to admit that I put you in this wrestling profession. I put you in this business. I made you my manager. But now, after all the things that's happened, I've said that I'm determined to get you out of this business. And, of course, you're determined to get me out of it. We've had a lot of things happen. You stole my crown. You put it on Paul Ellering. You deserted me. Well, I came back, and I fractured your jaw. And then you brought in all of these guys to do a number on me, and then I've broken your leg. And there's been a lot of things go down between you and I, Hart. But I want to say this. The most important thing and the main thing that you've done, the people just saw on that film a while ago, was you have cost me my Southern Heavyweight title. Now, I'm out of the tournament, so I don't have a chance to win back my belt that you and Sullivan and Fair stole from me to begin with. So I just want to make this plain right now. I want you to know, Hart, that from now on, every time that I see you, whether you're in a match that I'm in or whether I see you walking down the street or in a restaurant or in a parking lot or whatever it is, every time that I see you from now on, I am going to beat the hell out of you, and now is no exception.
Come on, Jerry. Do it outside. Hey, come on, Jerry. Hey, come on, Lawler, for crying out loud. Can you believe it? Thanks a lot. Hey, come on. Yeah, ring the bell. I'm going to ring the bell for crying out loud. Dave.
Action is underway. Referee Jerry Calhoun signaled for the bell to be rung. It's the Heartbreakers in there against the team. David Price, Pat Hutchinson. Price and Hutchinson, both from Memphis, Tennessee. They're in at about 456 pounds. This team of the Heartbreakers, or rather, beg your pardon, Price and Hutchinson in at about just under 400. About 456 total for this Heartbreakers team. Jimmy Hart's new team, or the family's new team. Heartbreaker with David Price. Heartbreakers make a tag.
What a way to get into a match. Boy, that's super. Not again. Will you get out of here?
Let me tell you something, Lawler. I promise you right now, baby, you're a dead man from now on out, Russell. This is going to be worthless. Look, this is crazy. Look what he did. He molested me on TV. I'm going to get my lawyer. There will be a lawsuit. There will be a lawsuit.
Come on, Lawler. Give me a break, will you? Get out of here.
Oh, here comes Benson. That's going to be it for the match. Bugsy McGraw jumps in the ring. Lawler, get him out of there. Here's Dutch. We got a free-for-all going again. Dick Donovan with a crutch. There's Bill Dundee. Dundee shots the crutch. Steve Kern holding one of the Heartbreakers. Dundee uses a crutch on him. Hart, Bugsy McGraw, the Heartbreakers, Chick Donovan all leaving the area now. Well, disqualification is going to be the outcome of that match, I think. I come to think of it, I don't know what the official is going to be on it. We'll have to get a ruling from the referee. Minute 40 seconds of time on it.
Okay, let's take time out. We'll have some more action coming up here. Oh, yeah.
One of them
Stop.
days. Yeah, stop match is what happened because there were guys on either side of the ring that jumped in there that shouldn't have been there. So stopped after a minute 40.
Never a dull moment, boy. Let me tell you what, there wasn't anything dull about that bullwhip match between Dutch Mantell and Tojo Yamamoto. Got some highlights. Take a look. Mantell, who in a previous battle with Yamamoto, and there goes the ladder. The bullwhip went out on the floor. Steve Kern is down at ringside to be sure the other Japanese wrestlers don't come in here. And while the referee, they're trying to get it with Eddie Marlin, the bullwhip taped back on there. Yamamoto, I think, went to the eyes with salt. Kern's trying to tell him that he was using salt while he was monkeying with a whip. Dutch in bad shape in the corner as Tojo rips on him. Tojo going to his trunks, and Kern pointing out to the referee. And Tojo whipped something again, the salt in the eyes of Mantell. Tojo going up the ladder. He knew he couldn't climb a pole, but he thought he might get up a step ladder. He holds up the bullwhip. Yamamoto can now use it. That's the way the rules were written. Mantell wanted it that way. Dutch gets the whip away from him. He's pounding on Yamamoto. He found out that the whip was a little long to use it full length because of the ropes. So he shortened up. And now he throws salt right in Yamamoto's back. Here comes Onita and Fuchi, and Kern meets him. Onita gets through, but Kern working on Fuchi. Yamamoto down as Dutch goes after Onita with a whip. Kern and Fuchi going at it on the floor. Yamamoto and Onita wrapping the rope around Dutch's, or the whip around. Ring the bell. I don't know how this is just going to be stopped. The referee's got to stop this one. The official time is going to be 4:11. And look at Kern right across the back of Onita. They're choking Dutch. Three on two. But here comes Dundee. He kicks Yamamoto, pushes Onita over, and goes after Fuchi. Dundee, Mantell, and Kern doing their business now. You saw Tojo hightailing it in there. We're going to see Yamamoto and all of those a little bit later on. We're going to take time out, and we'll be back in just a minute. Back to more action right here on Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. Hey, I want to remind you, Thursday, August the 13th, Dale, Indiana. 5 big matches coming up there. Also on Tuesday, April the 11th, that's Junction City, Kentucky. So it's August the 11th, Junction City, August the 13th, Dale, Indiana. Big championship wrestling coming that way. Tuesday night, man, oh man. Coco Ware and the Phantom get at it. Roy Rogers and Jim Dalton. The Nightmare is going against Rick and Robert Gibson in a return match. A 6-man bull whip match. It's going to have the whip on top of the pole. It'll be Dundee, Kern, and Mantell. Picture this whole thing now. Onita, Fuchi, and Yamamoto. Lots of bodies in one whip, and they're going to be going after it. But that's not all, my friend. Handsome Jimmy Valiant, Jerry the King Lawler. They're together going against the huge team of the Dream Machine and Bugsy McGraw. Boy, that'll be a match worth seeing. You be there Tuesday night. We back?
Yes.
Yay! By golly, we sure are. Woogie, we're ready to go. And Davey?
One fall, 15-minute time limit. 246 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. On the left of your screen, Buddy Wayne. And 232 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, the King, Jerry Lawler. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun's the referee.
All righty, bell time, maybe. Here we go, if we can get it to ring. Everything else has been that way today.
Yes, sir.
Woogie, Buddy Wayne going against the King, Jerry Lawler. And Buddy going at him with that right hand. Jerry blocks him, zings a big right back, comes right over on top of Buddy Wayne. Starts pounding away and referee.
Oh, look out.
Come on.
Stop.
Well, if we end up with anything left here, Dave, it is a disqualification on this one. Hart and the First Family.
Lawler, both of the Heartbreakers. Dream Machine. Dream with a club.
Did he hit
He hit Lawler. He's all over Lawler in there.
That's it. McGraw and the Dream.
Here comes Kern, Mantell, and Dundee.
Hey, come on, Jerry.
A Dream Machine.
Come on, Eddie, get yeah. See if you can get some of those guys out of there.
All right, Dream Machine hit Lawler. Still trying to work on it. Dundee and Mantell shove him out of there.
Lawler really stomped upon. I am not believing. The Dream Machine came out and nailed Lawler with a club or something like that.
Yeah. I thought he was going after Hart, and he swung and he hit Lawler, and then he came back and really started working him over.
Trying to get Jerry McGraw joined by the Dream Machine. You heard it right. I couldn't believe what I was seeing in there. I thought maybe he missed him the first time and just accidentally hit him, but there wasn't anything accidental about
no doubt
that.
about it.
He just was pounding on him, and then joined with McGraw dropping the big elbows on him. The whole First Family doing it. Lawler being carried out of the area where the whole First Family jumped on him. Oh. They jumped. McGraw, get those guys out of here. Lawler down on the floor. They're going after Hart underneath the ring. That's the King. They came back in and dumped him off that chair where they had, they were carrying Lawler out on it. The Dream Machine is Hart. That's Bugsy McGraw. That's a rope tool he's got right there. Jimmy Hart, who initially brought in the Dream Machine. I am not believing. They come in here and jump him in the ring and then dump him off the stage. Get out of here, Jimmy. I don't even want to hear. What in the Sam Hill is this, Dream?
TCB taking care of business. Graveyard digging the coffin, buying a long time. We've been in the family time because all the king's horses and all the king's men can't put the king back together again, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well,
baby.
put all that garbage
you know what
out.
I'm
And what the Sam Hill you mean jumping
Well, I'm
in?
trying to tell you, if you'll shut up long enough so I can tell you, let me tell you something. Every time it come down the pike, every time something took place, title shots, championship matches, it's always Lawler and Dundee. Lawler and Dundee, but this man right here give me the greatest chance of all to be on top right off the bat against Jerry Lawler. And you know one other thing, this right here bring it all down to a screeching halt, if you know what I'm talking about, baby. Because 10,000 people watching. They don't take your mask off, Dream. The only thing that I held with value, my mask. Say, don't take it off, baby. Don't take it off. And then who, out of all people now, so you tell the Dream Machine who comes out and holds up a towel and says, oh, it's all right, Dream. Go ahead and take it off. Jerry Lawler, shame me one more time. But you know something? All the king's horses and all the king's men can't put the king back together again. Because I am that man that walked that barbed wire fence 32,000 miles barefooted. He still stone case, started lighting with bread, picked up the blue girl. Big man, we are here to stay, brother, not to play. You know what I'm saying, but it's going to be that graveyard digging a coffin buying a long time we've been in our family
Time to get serious, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Because we're family, all my brothers and sisters.
I'm telling
and
you,
men.
Dream.
The number one
He'll get
family.
you. He'll get you before it's over with. Okay, get out of here. Let's take a break. Okay, we're back ready for official action in the ring right now, Dave. It's, well, we're not exactly ready, but we're close to it. Yamamoto out here with Onita and Fuchi. And Roy Rogers, who was supposed to go... Yeah, Billy.
He ain't got no partner of the Dream Machine. You just hang on to this, and he's about to have a partner, Daddy. He's about to have me, because I don't like him.
Well, that's that wiry little Australian. Dundee's just got his blue jeans on. Dream Machine sure isn't going to be... Okay, Dave, I guess do it the official way.
All right, it's going to be Mr. Onita, Masa Fuchi from Japan, total of 450 pounds, against Roy Rogers from Nashville, Bill Dundee from Australia. Jerry Calhoun's the referee. It's expiration of time, and we are underway. Dundee in here against Onita. Backdrop, Onita on the mat. Dundee wrestling in his blue jeans. Last-minute substitution for Roy Rogers' partner was to have been Dream Machine, but these are problems which developed earlier. Roy Rogers left without a partner, and Dundee stepped in there. He was itching to get at these Japanese anyway. In there now against Masa Fuchi. Got him down on the mat. Pounding him with a right hand. Superstar back onto the ropes. Takes a chop from Fuchi. And another one. Masa Fuchi makes the tag. Mr. Onita. Tojo from outside has Dundee by the hair. Referee trying to get Onita back. Dundee can get back in the ring. Whoa! After a chop, Dundee with a forearm out of the corner put Fuchi on the mat. Tag made, and here's Roy Rogers. Rogers body slam, Masa Fuchi. Takes a shot at Mr. Onita on the way. They got Rogers back on the ropes, and here's Dundee. Referee Jerry Calhoun hits the mat. Oh, chop you could hear downtown. Onita working on Bill Dundee. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to get them separated. Tojo Yamamoto's involved in that, while Masa Fuchi is working on Roy Rogers. Dundee rolled off the apron down onto the floor. Onita starts after him. Fuchi stopping Roy Rogers. Rogers trying to battle his way off the ropes. Onita chops him back into the corner. Dundee through the ropes, heads for the action, sent back to the corner by the referee. Roy Rogers in trouble, trying to fight his way out of it. Onita grabs him, trying to keep him out of the corner, and a tag on partner Bill Dundee. 3.5 minutes gone in this first ball of action, expiration of time match. Jab by the Japanese. Rogers gets the tag. Here's Dundee. Fuchi both hit the mat. Shoulder butt by Dundee coming off the ropes, but Fuchi was set and both wrestlers down. Look out, Tojo Yamamoto kind of sneaking around behind Bill Dundee. The referee telling him to sit down. Meanwhile, Mr. Onita steps in and chops Bill Dundee as he had just struggled to his feet. Masa Fuchi on his feet. Chops Bill. Over to the corner, the tag on Onita. Onita, middle rope. With the cover. 1, 2. 2 count, and Dundee breaks it at the count of 2. 4 minutes, 45 seconds. We're very close to that 5-minute mark. First fall action. Tojo grabbing Dundee from outside. Fuchi grabs Dundee, kept him away from the corner. Masa Fuchi with Dundee back under the rope. The superstar off the ropes and into a double-handed chop. Before the count starts, though, Dundee had broken the cover by Masa Fuchi. Onita takes the tag. Bill Dundee in the Japanese corner. 6 minutes gone. 6 minutes gone in the first fall. Mr. Onita. Oh! Nailed and put down on the mat by Bill Dundee. Dundee going for a sleeper. Tojo jumps in there. That's going to be it. Disqualification on the Japanese team. Bill Dundee going for the sleeper hole. Looked like he had a pretty good one on Onita. Here's Steve Kern. Dutch Mantell. Kern with a war club. Across Fuchi's back, and then Onita's. And Tojo, Fuchi, and Onita leave the area. Dundee and Roy Rogers going to be the winners of that first fall due to disqualification. Whoop, when Tojo jumped in there.
Boy, the natives are restless today. Man, oh man, oh man.
Sometimes today I wish I'd stayed home, you know.
Wow, hey, I'll tell you one thing for a fact. That Dundee, Mantell, and Kern, not to put Roy down, but those guys with a little more experience. That's a bad group any way you look at it.
Ring out.
We got more action. We'll be back to put in a minute. I don't know whether I can stand it. Okay, Tuesday night's coming, my friend, and with it, action you wouldn't believe in the Louisville Gardens. I don't have time for the entire card, but listen to this. Return match, Rick and Robert Gibson against the Nightmares. You're going to see a six-man bullwhip match where the whip is going to be on top of a pole. Onita, Fuchi, and Yamamoto are going to try to go up and get it where they can use it then. But on the other side, Dundee, Kern, and Mantell are going to be trying to stop them from it. And listen to this final match. Bugsy McGraw, the Dream Machine, huge tag team going against the King, Jerry Lawler, and his partner is going to be Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Jerry, really... When this tape was made, the folks are watching, I did not believe you'd be standing here the way he whipped on you with that tire tube.
Well, that's right, Lance, but I got news for you. I am here, and I'm going to be at Louisville Gardens Tuesday night. And Dream Machine, you and Bugsy McGraw are going to realize that you have made the mistake of your life. You've listened to Hart one time too many. Before I talk to you, Dream and Bugsy, I want to tell you something, Hart. You know, I've already told you what I'm going to do to you, and you better hope I don't see you out on that interstate on the way to Louisville or in that parking lot, because if I do, I'll yank you out of that car and beat your brains out there. But if I have to wait, and if you hobble out to that ringside, I'm going to get you, Hart. Every chance I get, every time I see you, I'm going to put this right upside your head. Now, Dream Machine and McGraw, you're probably wondering, why have I got Valiant as my partner?
Valiant?
Well, Lance, a lot of people have big reputations, and talk don't mean nothing when I hear about how tough somebody is. The only way I know how tough somebody is if I've wrestled them. And I know I've wrestled Jimmy Valiant many times, and he's put a lot of beatings on me, so I know just how mean and how tough he can be. And that is the kind of man that I want as my partner, and that's the kind of man I'm going to have as my partner when I get in there against the Dream and Bugsy McGraw. And you're not going to be able to jump me from behind this time, Dream. We're going to be standing eye to eye, and I'm going to convince you that you've made the mistake of your life, because I'm going to give you the beating of your lives right there Tuesday night. That's a promise, Lance.
That's in the Louisville Gardens Tuesday night, and you'll want to see it. Be there! Not, it's up. I don't know.
Some days are diamonds and some days are this way.
Yeah, man. How about a review of the action that we had today, or the official, or however you want to
All right. Somehow it wasn't this simple, but here's what happened officially. David Price and Pat Hutchinson against the Heartbreakers with Jimmy Hart. That match was stopped after a minute 40 seconds. No winner. Jerry Lawler, by disqualification, defeats Buddy Wayne. And it was Roy Rogers and Bill Superstar Dundee defeating Mr. Onita, Masa Fuchi, and Tojo Yamamoto. 6 minutes, 30 seconds was the time. Tojo disqualified when he jumped in the ring when Bill Dundee had the sleeper on one of his guys.
Boy, it seems like it was about 5.5 hours ago that we also had the presentation from Jim Cornette, the young editor of Championship Wrestling Magazine, to Jackie Fargo as the Wrestler of the Decade, with Jackie's official announcement of his retirement coming about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. But it did happen today, along with a whole bunch of other things in there. One of them I was absolutely appalled at, and I hate to be that blunt about it, but the Dream Machine going back with Jimmy Hart makes him dumber than I thought he was. Boy, that's for a living fact.
I agree with that.
I just don't understand that. Hart convinced him that he had been bypassed and he would never be anything as long as that he was friends with Lawler and Dundee and these guys apparently. And so the Dream Machine cast his lot going with the family again, and he will end up paying for that. I can rest assure you of that. He'll get his probably about 4 different ways, as a matter of fact, from every side.
I would imagine so.
I've seen Hart when his loyalty was not as glowing as it was with Chick Donovan today.
That is very true. And, you know, it was such a shock to both of us, I think, when Dream came in and he swung that club that he had.
I wasn't even sure. I just couldn't believe it. I thought
Yeah,
he
I
had
couldn't either. I thought,
accidentally
wait a minute,
done it, and
yeah.
then bang, it started. Okay, so that's the action on Championship Wrestling. By golly, I'll tell you, there's more where that came from. We'll be looking for you next week. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.